Jason Pantana was our guest on the Marketing Mastermind today in honor of October being Halloween month. We talked all things spooky marketing and advertising strategies that you could use to get more business this year and beyond. Tune in and let me know what you think. Happy Monday, y'all. Welcome back to another REVB Marketing Mastermind. We are here to chat all things real estate marketing. I'm excited. This week we've got a special guest. His name is Jason Pantana. You guys may or may not know him. He's some people know him. He's a real estate coach and international speaker with Tom Ferry.
A little bit.
Incomparable Jason Pantana. What's going on, man? Welcome to the
Living
call.
the dream. Hey, thanks. It's great to be here with everybody today. So I'm excited. I appreciate everybody making time for this meeting. I know this meeting offers a lot of value on a regular basis. And so I'm going to try to make sure I maintain that standard of value for everybody today. It's great to be here.
All right. Well,
what do you want to dig into, man? Let's go.
Okay. So, Katie, do you have any setup or you want to just dive in and we can just have a conversation?
Dive. Give me a swan dive.
Dude.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So we were talking, Thursday or Friday about this call. And I shared with you a few ideas I'd had. I had been coaching all day and it's Halloween. And in the spirit of Halloween, I was thinking what would be some tricky marketing strategies to try in the month of October that are a little bit bullish. They're a little bit daring, but if you pulled them off, they could be incredibly powerful. And so you and I were chatting and you like the ideas. They are slightly aggressive. I want to give people a sense of this is more maybe out of your comfort zone types of marketing to cover today, but they're a little bit fun, kind of tricky trickster, if you will. And then if we have time, I'm happy to get into anything AI today. There's no shortage of news on the AI front in terms of new tools, new updates, new models, new stuff to be implemented in your business. So happy to go there if time permits. But yeah, it's three specific marketing strategies. And my hope is to present the ideas. I have no slides. We can do some screen share if needed. And I would prefer if we could make this more of a true mastermind where there's questions and ideas and brainstorming, collaborating together. So I'll go in order of the most daring, least daring to the most daring. So the first one on my list is I'm going to read out what I wrote. Turn your expired listing reviews into blog posts, making them static content AI can read and recommend when sellers search for their next agent.
So before we dig in, drop a 1 in the chat. Does anyone here do expireds or anyone on their team work expireds? Or have you ever, if you don't work expireds, I've gotten calls, like we don't work expireds, but we get calls all the time from people and DMs all the time from people whose homes are currently on the market with another agent. Is that?
Well, I can also say a lot of our agents that did used to work expireds are now coming back to it.
Might need to start working on them.
Well, and so here's my contention, and I'm just curious, what does this room think? I'm not here to slam prospecting expireds. However, I want to make an argument that if you wait to start contacting expired listings, and I'm not talking about calling actively listed sellers and soliciting business from them. That would obviously be against the rules. But if you wait for the listing to expire to get yourself on their radar, you might be too late. Because my contention is a lot of sellers who are disgruntled and upset with the experience their agent is providing to them are going to start researching options, asking around, exploring who they should be hiring to list and sell their home because their agent is clearly dropping the ball and not getting it done. I would also add to this that we're in a market environment right now, despite some rates decreasing, and it's different from market to market, but most of my coaching sessions, we're certainly hearing like, hey, it's still not a super crazy busy market right now. Homes are taking longer to sell. There's more pressure on agents who are listing agents from the seller to do more. Come on, dance. Let's do this thing. Let's get it sold. Come on. There's more to keep up with. And so the opportunity to be visible to a seller who's like, this isn't going the way I wanted to go is really tremendous. And so all the ideas are going to lean into how can you market yourself and start to seed the idea that you are the go-to agent to relist and sell a property before the seller has actually made the decision. You're not soliciting. You're not going to break any rules. You're not going to defame anybody's characters. No disparaging remarks are going to be made, but you're going to position yourself to get discovered. So I'll read again what I wrote down. It says, turn your expired listing reviews. And so there's a prerequisite assumption here that at some point in time, you're the agent who somebody came to you to relist their home and you got the job done. So they had a listing, the first agent didn't get it done, you got the job done, and they went to review you. So imagine if you went back through your reviews and you found one, two, or three reviews that were from sellers who had worked with other agents prior to you taking over the listing and getting the job done. Just so I can make sure everyone's tracking, just give me a yes or no head nod. Are you tracking so far? Okay, pretty easy peasy stuff. Now, one of the notes I said is, so turn your expired listing reviews into blog posts. I'm just reading my screen, making them, this is key, static content AI can read and recommend when sellers search for their next agent. Go ahead, Katie.
Jason, why are you making these? So you're saying you're creating this to make static content, meaning words,
Yes,
right?
that's
If
right.
they're already a Google review, why would you need to make this static content?
If you will approve my request to share my screen, I will demonstrate for the class. Tell me
Oh,
when I'm good to go.
demonstration. You're good to
I will
go,
demonstrate
Jason.
for the class.
Yeah,
Okay,
you show us.
so I want to just a couple of things. We'll go to ChatGPT first. And Chelsea, what market are you in?
Gotta hit that. There she is.
There
Hey,
she is.
I'm actually in New Brunswick, Canada.
Okay, we go
All
over
right.
that. Okay, who's the
What's up,
best
Canada?
agent to relist my home for sale in New Brunswick?
Let's go, Chelsea. Let's see Chelsea's name.
Canada.
I
What do
wish we
got?
had like some Jeopardy music right now. Because it's thinking. Not that chat takes very long, I think these
All right.
days.
Well, my typing is what's taking the most time
Yep.
here. That's the Jeopardy
Oh,
music.
now we're gonna search the web. Oh, it's a lot.
Okay, so first things first, we are searching ChatGPT, and I'm going to point out a couple of
It's not
things.
gonna point you to one single best agent.
Well, it won't.
Sure.
So
Always says
okay,
that,
so
man.
let's back up a step. So about a month and a half ago, every major AI started having this little bit of political correctness where they will always say, I can't identify one agent who's the quote unquote best, but if I had to pick one, I'd say, and they just start naming names. And so nothing's actually changed. They're just sort of disclaiming in the front
Yep.
that they're not like recommending this officially. That's all it is. They all do that. So it broke down criteria and then it starts listing names. Kelly, Jocelyn, Sherry, Coldwell Banker Select Realty. And I want to see here are a few names in the New Brunswick worth interviewing. These might not be viable depending on exactly where you are. Royal LePage Atlantic, what to send me so I can starts asking questions. And so what we're finding is more and more consumers are doing their research on AI tools like ChatGPT. Now, what's interesting here is if you click the sources, and I think we've talked about this before on this mastermind. If you click the sources, what you're going to realize quickly is, and if at any point I'm moving too fast, just slow me down.
No, we like it.
We've
Keep it
got the
rolling.
record. We've got a recording. You just
Okay.
keep going, man.
Yeah.
So this is like a book report. AI doesn't intuitively know. AI like ChatGPT doesn't know who's the best agent for this job. But what it does is you're effectively saying, I'm too lazy to search myself. Will you please go search the internet for me and then synthesize a beautifully scripted answer back to me so I can pick eeny, meeny, miny, or mo. And so it searches the web and it cites its sources. What is so important is to realize that it never cites any actual review information. AI cannot see your reviews on Google. It cannot see your reviews on Zillow, Yelp, or anywhere. So whatever
Ding,
your
ding,
past,
ding.
yeah, ding ding. So whatever they said about you, that was you've got to work with Chelsea. She's the best. If you've got an agent who can't get the job done, she took our listing over, got it sold, wowed us, expectations surpassed, yada yada yada.
And just
you'll never
Jason,
get
want to pause real quick.
Yeah.
We are not telling you that you should not get reviews. By all means, Google reviews, still very important. Zillow reviews, still very important. But we have to do more with our reviews.
That's right.
Because they're closed off to open
To most AI. Now, I'm going to give you a caveat.
For
This is
now.
all understanding. Well, for
Yeah.
now and actually not completely anymore. Now, I do want to point out a couple of things. You might be saying, but Jason, I see Yelp here. You don't see Yelp reviews. You see Yelp's 10 best. So to Tim's point, even the reviews on Yelp are in, like, look, there's Kelly. She was our number one choice. So the review, even she had one review and it was 5 stars and it was enough to put her in the top slot.
Yelp reviews are coming back, baby.
Yep.
Let's go Yelp.
So Yelp reviews power Apple Maps. Yelp reviews power a lot of other systems. Yelp is one of the most annoying platforms on the planet, but you can't get around it. It's a powerful review platform, and Yelp powers Siri reviews. And so, anyways, it's definitely by having better optimization on your Yelp profile, you position yourself to get in that top 10 list, which apparently is not hard to do because Kelly has one review and she made number one slot on the list. And so by paying a little bit of attention to Yelp, you could potentially give yourself a massive upper hand on the citation game in AI search. That's the first thing. Now, I do want to show you my caveat. So if I go to Google and I'm going to do a really long tail search. I'm gonna say I need a real estate agent who can list my already for sale home in New Brunswick, Canada, because my current agent isn't doing well. Something like that. Okay, now this is a couple of notes. So Google's made some changes. I haven't talked about this is Katie and Tim. Can I go AI nerd fest for a second? I haven't talked about this anywhere.
Just so you know, Jason, we started a competition.
I told him this.
And the competition was who can get Jason to talk about AI first in the comments.
What kind of a game is that?
And you failed no one. Like you just went right to it on your own.
So do I send Jason $100 million money model? Jason, do you have the new Hormozy book?
I have the first one. I don't have the new one.
So you don't have the new one? Okay.
I guess you, Jason.
I'll send it to you.
You won your own competition.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that means I'm in control of my own brain. How does that feel?
I guess so.
Imagine that.
Okay, so 2 notes to be aware of. So Google made some pretty big changes. The first is you were seeing this AI overview actually at the very top of the search results. What I'm now seeing consistently is Google likes to make money. The ads are now going on top again. These all say sponsored, 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 sponsored. So Google is still in the business of making money, and it also reveals that they don't quite know how to monetize AI search results. The other issue is a little nuanced.
Real quick, Jason, can you take that, copy paste it into Gemini?
You could,
that same search. Can you take that same search?
I will, but let me find one thing to support what I'm going to show you first before I leave. Give me 2 seconds. I got to find a post on Instagram. Yeah. So I saw this one yesterday. So Google just made a quiet move that could reshape the AI ecosystem last month. It quietly removed the num equals 100 search perimeter, and the ripple effects are huge. What does that mean? Well, that means when I do a Google search, normally I see I see pages and pages of results. They appear to be making some adjustments where look what it does. Normally you see this. Normally it's 100 pages of citations in the search results. They're now capping it at 10. And so what that means is when AI search basically piggybacks on Google search results to kind of figure out the search for you, they're going to be limiting AI's ability to grab more information off the web. I don't know if I explained that well. It just means this is probably not even that important to know, but I think if I was going to have a takeaway, why am I telling you this? Getting yourself to rank on Google is still going to be the most important place to rank. Even though ChatGPT for a moment in time is a little bit maybe equal to, Google's still worth investing in for the long term of getting visibility on the web. I don't know if that was just an aside.
I think we like to get into the weeds here, Jason. I think it's important to understand how things are moving and what's going on. But then after we get in the weeds, we like to back out and really
That's what I'm doing.
Like, what's that mean for us today? Okay, all this stuff is cool. It's interesting. What should we be doing about it in our day-to-day business right now?
Which we're going to get to. So the blog is going to be the thing to do it. So let's do the Gemini thing you asked for.
Also, while you're searching in Gemini, just like for Chelsea's sake, like New Brunswick would be like, who's the best real estate agent in Tennessee, right? Like,
it's true.
So, we're looking in a real broad space. So like Chelsea's
being very American right now.
I do.
Brunswick, that's one single place.
I'm just saying that most areas of Canada, but not New Brunswick. So, hey.
I'm just saying it because she didn't come up, and I just wanted to
make sure. I didn't say a city. I just said the province. So you're right.
Right. Yeah. Well, suffice it to say, it's still giving us some broad answers, but it did skip the ads. So there are no ads in Gemini at the moment.
Okay. In real quick, I just want to harp on, Jason, like you were saying. Again, we want to keep getting a lot more reviews. We want our reviews to be better. We want our clients to write them with specific language in it. But what do we want to do with those reviews?
Yes, and I'm going to suggest we take the text and we repeat them in blogs. Let me show you one last little show and tell, and then I move on to the blog strategy. They have this dive deeper into AI mode. It's in every Google AI overview. You're also going to see at the top where they have images, short videos, shopping videos. They gave AI mode its own tab now. And so they're going to continue to reinforce AI mode. I'm going to click it, and I want you to see one key thing. You're going to see the logo for Google Maps flash on right there. You see it flash on the screen? So here, and you're going to actually see in the citations, most likely you're going to see some Google business profiles. I probably need to put a city in here. So let's just do a new google.com. Who's the best realtor to relist my already listed for sale home because the agent isn't good in Nashville, TN? That's a horrible sentence, but I'm counting on AI. I'm going to go AI mode, and it's going to ask my question, and it's likely going to look, it's going to pull blogs. I'm having a hard time getting to show what I want. So what I've been seeing is on the citations, it is in AI mode, actually grabbing from your Google business profiles. And so this is the first of AI searches to start seeing your reviews. To Tim's point earlier, your reviews still matter. We are not telling you not to get reviews. You need the reviews. But the simple idea is because most AI can't see the reviews, you go in, you find two or three or even one that was from an expired listing you took over, and you write a blog that positions you as Chelsea Dale is the best agent to hire when you're relisting a property for sale. Look what our client said here. Look what they said here. Look what they said here. And you feed the beast AI information that specifically claims you to be qualified and open for the job. It's based on the premise that upset sellers are going to start searching, probably AI. They'll Google things, but they're going to search AI looking for an alternative agent to pick. Thoughts or questions on that?
I have two things. One, okay, take the reviews and make them a blog post, right? Take the reviews and make them a blog post. That's super simple. You don't even need to do that. That can be easily done with Zapier or Make or whatever other automation software you have, right? The thing that I'm thinking about, well, let's get any thoughts on this. Then I have a thought on this from a different perspective.
Well, and I also want to dive into take the reviews and make them a blog post. And just to make sure we have complete clarity around that, if I have a review, right, about someone who bought a house in San Antonio, Texas, I can take that review, I can put it into ChatGPT, and I can say, write a blog post about buying a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, I can't even talk realtor anymore, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Alamo Ranch, right? I can say, write me a blog post about that, use this review in it, and use this review as the basis of the blog post. So take the review, put it into ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to write a whole blog post.
Absolutely.
And then you have it.
And I might even add one more layer, Tim, of that request. I would even tell ChatGPT your goal. Hey, I'm going to give you this review. It's from a seller that I took over the listing, blah, blah, blah. And the purpose is that you're going to basically cite the review and write a blog around this review where you actually quote the seller. And the purpose of the blog is so that when other sellers who are upset with their agents go looking for who's the best real estate agent to relist or remarket a home that's expiring, all the keywords, all the information is going to be in my blog that makes it easy for AI to grab at as the answer. Did I explain that well? I mean, there's no like magic incantation how you prompt it. You just have to tell it the reason we're writing the blog is to do this thing. So make sure that happens for me.
And so here's the thing too that you can think about is like you're saying this of people that are currently listed with another agent and they're searching online. Like you should be doing this with every single review for the sake of like, hey, here's a happy client, right? And like it being on your blog is super simple, right? So like this is something that like, I get the case study that you're talking about, but this should just be every review should go up, right? Like if you're sitting here, you're like, oh, I've never sold a home that was listed with another agent before that expired, right? I can't do this. Yes, you can. It just isn't this exact strategy. Like it can still be applied.
And how I would look at that, Katie, is so it was partly this idea was influenced by I was inside the AI Marketing Academy Facebook group, and I asked people what are some tangible business wins that AI has produced for you. And Tammy Price came in there and said, I've got my last 4 deals off of ChatGPT search. And what she shared was really fascinating because one of those buyers that she found was specifically looking for an agent in San Antonio who specialized in VA loan assumptions.
Ooh.
That is a ridiculously micro granular search. And so what we're seeing is a systemic change in how people search the internet. When we search Google, we search it differently than when we go to ChatGPT. When I go to ChatGPT, it's like, I'm going to just go for throw it for the end zone. I'm going to go as granular as I can and ask the real question versus the top level question, because I believe AI can just distill down to the answer automatically and succinctly for me. So what I would do, Katie, with your idea is maybe not every review gets a blog, but maybe I would identify, as I look at I would feed my reviews into AI and say like, hey, I want you to identify the themes about which my customers seem to think are the coolest things about my service. Things about like responsiveness, my marketing plan, how I can relist expired listings. And then have it say, I want you to find the reviews that speak to those attributes. And then we're going to write blogs on all the key attributes that I think my ideal customer is looking for online so that it finds me.
I love
Did I
it.
say that clearly?
So one of the things that we talked about at RevB this year was like they're not doing more than you, they're just telling a better story. And so similar to that, we showed this at RevB, a case study of being sold over asking price and like here's the story. And
That's
like
great.
all of the things are on here, right? But
That's
your
great.
blog, this could be your blog post, right? And I just dropped it in the
This
chat.
could be. Yeah, that's
Like
great.
super fancy. It
So,
could also
yeah.
just be words
Yeah.
on your blog. It doesn't have to be
Yeah, totally.
as beautiful as what
It's
JFK
just,
Living does.
well, so I want to go. I saw Chelsea's hand is up, and then there's also a question in here from Michelle. Michelle asked, "Does the number of sites that you put the blog on matter?" Not in the way you're thinking. You actually don't want to put it on a lot of places because Google has a policy about duplicate content. It's a circumvention violation. And so if they find the same duplicate content on multiple websites, they're going to question its authenticity and they're going to potentially unindex it. So I would suggest just put it on your blog and let it rank there. I hope that makes sense. Chelsea, can I call in? It's not my mastermind, it's Tim and Katie's. Can I call in Chelsea?
Of course, let's go.
Okay.
I have a website, but I actually don't blog. And I was wondering, you were using that example of the lady that has done well with this. Are there certain blog avenues that do better with AI? Like I'd like to do this for sure, but I don't know where to post my blog.
Yeah, so I have a few ideas for you. One is you could try LinkedIn articles. Two is your website probably does have a blog feature. It just needs to be turned on, and that's an option for you to consider. Three, you could look at a tool like Medium or something like that. There are other more public forums to be considered. I would probably just choose LinkedIn articles because LinkedIn gets reasonable visibility inside of AI search. It won't be as good as your own blog, but it will be the next closest thing in my opinion.
Yeah, Chelsea, I would look at what your website provider, like what the blog function is. It probably has one.
Probably does.
And I would start there. And then if it's too complicated, I would kick over to LinkedIn.
Yeah, I saw where'd he go? David had his hand up.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, you can also use the hand raise option.
There's a hand raise function. Yes.
I prefer the Where's Waldo looking for hands to move in the screen.
people are moving around and stuff, and I'm like, David and Chelsea both got on early onto the call, so they're like, depending on how you have your thing, they're towards the top.
Yeah.
But someone's sitting on the second page, like, I don't know why he's not calling on me.
Before
I can't find the hand raise thing. So
all good, man. All good. What you got?
But so I just from talking about this, you could post your review, but also do the whole story behind,
absolutely,
to show how hard of work this stuff is. I mean, I talked to this guy 2 years ago. I spent all this time touching base. We fixed up his house. We did this and this and this to show all the work that goes into it, not just we got over asking, and use that review to help bolster that, and I guess make videos too.
Yeah. Can I add? I want to give you two frameworks. You might want to write these ones down. Just this is to Tim and Katie's point. You're gonna have ChatGPT write the blog. How you prompt it matters. When you prompt it, it's not a magic incantation. It's just knowing what to ask it to do. Here are two frameworks to bear in mind about blogging that really matter. The first is the acronym EEAT. It stands for expertise, experience, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. Again, that's expertise, experience, as in I have a long track record of experience, not like Walt Disney was a great experience. Experience means that you have experience. Expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. You could simply tell ChatGPT you were to write this blog in a way that's going to check the boxes of EEAT, and it's going to know exactly what you want. Every search that exists, whether it's AI search or traditional Google search, they all value that acronym in terms of ranking signals. They look for content that is EEAT. The second framework is one that I made up. I call it nouns, verbs, and modifiers. It's just grade school basics. So what are nouns? Person, place, thing, idea. So when you're writing a blog post, to David's point, when he talked about telling the story of the sale, most of you will naturally write in a first person perspective. You need to write in the third person perspective. David, you want to use your whole name or the name of your business, like Katie Day with the Moving to Texas team. Bob, boom, boom, boom. You want to make sure that your name is easily seen in the actual text so AI knows who to associate who with. So you're thinking about nouns. It's the name of your business. It's your name. It's the name of where you do business, the location of it. That's a noun, right? It's the kind of business you are. You're a realtor, you're a real estate agent. You want to spell these things out in the blog, nouns. Second one is verbs. You want to specify what was done, what was the action. They bought, they invested, they sold, they moved, they relocated. Make sure it's clear what kind of a transaction it was. And then third is modifiers. These are adjectives that search really looks to that help explain things. Adjectives include words like best, top, number one, luxury, listing agent, words that describe what it is they did. So when I'm prompting ChatGPT, I'm like, hey, you're gonna write this blog. It's based upon these reviews. You're gonna use nouns, verbs, modifiers like boom, boom. You're gonna explain what I did in your own words. You're gonna make sure the blog is EEAT so it ranks. The goal of this blog is that when some upset seller in my local marketplace is looking for an agent who's better suited to relist and sell their property, that AI searches are like, you got to pick this one right here. This is absolutely the piece of content we want to cite in our sources. Any questions on that? Now, I want to be clear. I'm not giving you the exact prompt. I'm giving you the way I would approach the prompt. Put it in your own words. Cool?
All right. So I feel like we've hit on
Yeah, we got this one. I got two more.
what to do with our reviews, right? Like what else? Do you have anything else on getting reviews and making sure we leverage them?
So blogs are the best way to do it.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want to make up content that doesn't exist. Sure, you can put it in social media videos and content and things like that. But if you want people
But I think a lot of this stuff, Jason, I think a lot of the stuff you're talking about specifically is good for blogs. Like don't get mixed up here. Like let's focus. Make great blogs, make great content that AI can find.
That's right.
I don't know if this will make good videos. And so
I don't either. I mean, it's not exactly fun to
stuff.
watch. How many of us like scroll? Oh, look, they did another review video. I can't wait to stop and watch.
Yeah.
Not usually, unless it's a car review or something like that. And I actually want to know the dirty truth. I'm seeing in the chat really quick, Catherine said, are you using ChatGPT 5.0 or the reasoning version for blog writing? I'm using ChatGPT 5.0 with the automatic model selection in it. So like if I go to my ChatGPT and I click the drop down here, it's on auto. It decides how long to think versus instant thinking. So I just let it decide based upon my own prompts. I hope that answers the question. And then Melody said, how often should we post the blog? Okay, you're going to find, especially if you're a member of my AI Marketing Academy, I could easily make you think I want you to post 90 blogs a day. I do not. There's just different, going back to the word, angles in terms of how you could do this. A couple of thoughts. One, nobody said you're limited to one website, just like nobody said you're limited to one Instagram or one YouTube. You could have specific topical blogs, or you could have like a LinkedIn article series. You could have your website blog. You can mix this up because we're in a world where AI allows you to scale infinitely and really, really fast. You can spread things out a little bit more as if you have more of your workforce. Second thing is I've approached blogging through a lot of different lenses. I think if you blog 2 or 3 times a week, you're good. I really think that's about right. I think if you blog once a week, you're okay. I think if you blog, I've got some people who are like really proud they're blogging multiple times a day. I actually don't know if I think that's a great idea. I mean, there are some arguments to be made for that it is, but at a certain level of it's called indexation. So Google, they look at how many pages are getting published and at what rate for different types of websites. And they expect news websites to publish at a higher velocity. So if you're a news website, you can publish multiple times a day. It's actually a different tier of indexation. But if you're just a realtor, and you're not now, our good friend Ken Pozak, he's got a website that's basically like local news. And so he can get away on certain types of websites with more blogging because it's structured as like local news. Katie, you could actually expand your Houston Unlocked into a blog.
I love that you say that because I have my marketing people blogging every single post and then tagging it with if it's like development, food, what like different whatever category, and then the city. So then when people ask me, hey, yo, what's happening in this area? I say, oh, go to our website, movingtotexas.com. And if you click on the blog, you can look up all the stuff. So I'm sending them to our website.
Yep. To one of your websites. Yeah.
And real quick too, I just like as a group would like to make this commitment. Drop a 1 in the chat if we can come together to make a positive commitment as a group for the future.
Right now.
Who's in?
That wasn't what's the commitment?
What are we committing to?
Committing to this?
No, listen, they're dropping a 1 because they know it's can we
Tim
all
just asked for a positive repeat.
Can we all agree?
Request.
Listen, Katie, can we all agree to delete the dashes out of our blogs that ChatGPT?
Wait. I was using M dashes before ChatGPT.
I'm just saying, can we all delete the
M dashes for years?
Let's delete the dashes before we post it so the world doesn't know ChatGPT wrote it. That's all.
Yeah, there's actually
drop a 1 in the chat if you're on board for that.
Can we have a tangent?
No.
You want to get really, really nerdy on this?
No,
Tim?
no tangents. No tangents, Jason.
Focus.
You're like me.
So cool.
That's why we have Katie to keep us on
David,
track.
you shouldn't put the same blog on tons of websites. You should put it on the blog.
Yes.
You should ask for the output. Okay, I'm gonna move on. But Tim, your comment about how you know it was written by AI is not entirely true. Because AI's outputs,
he's just gonna say what he wants to say. He's just gonna say what he wants to say. He's like, can I have a tangent? No. Okay, well, let me tell you about this thing.
I'm moving on. Anyways. I get it. I'm moving on. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. Should we go to the second strategy? The second Halloween strategy?
You think we'll get to 3?
Okay.
Over under on 3.
Number 2, I'm gonna let you read with me this time. Place a YouTube commercial on other agents' listing videos. So remember I told you this one's a little bit daring. So lots of folks take listings and they have listing videos on YouTube. Now I'm curious your thoughts on this one. And I would say with great power comes great responsibility. Did you know you have the ability to specifically put your ads on other YouTube channels of your choosing so that every time somebody goes to watch a video on their channel, your ad keeps showing at the beginning of it?
Yes, OG.
Where you could do that.
It's the OG YouTube tactic. This was why years ago I would say like don't turn monetization on because your competitors can just run ads.
Tim, I have a question for you. I'm not clear that you have the ability to get out of it anymore on your channel.
No. They're going to run ads anyway.
They're going to run ads whether you opt in or not now because they made that change a while ago.
Yeah. But back in the day, it was like, hey, you can run ads against your competitors. Like if somebody's got a big YouTube channel, you can just run ads on their YouTube channel for your service.
Yeah.
And then if you had a big YouTube channel, you didn't want people doing that to you.
So a couple of things just to level set what this is. One, you're not going to make an ad that says, hey, don't watch this idiot agent's video. They're the worst. We're not going to do that because that's going to go.
I need to edit my video.
Yeah, if you want to get sued or lose your license. So don't do that.
And it would work, but yeah.
It wouldn't work. 2, I would not have a grand expectation that these other realtors in your market are amassing tens of thousands of views anyways. And so I wouldn't expect this to get crazy traffic and performance, but when it does, it's going to hit. Now, I would specifically be looking for agents who do create listing videos and publish them because the people I think are the most likely to watch those listing videos are the owners of the houses themselves. And I would like them to keep seeing your ad over and over again, especially as they're wondering, what is this agent doing to get my home sold? And they're going to keep seeing you doing more sound marketing, talking about your value proposition for sellers. And so really quick, I'll show you where you go to do this inside of Google Ads.
Just on the content stuff, Jason.
Tim, you took the idea right out of my head, brother.
I think, well, I don't even know what your idea is going to be. So
I know what you're going to say right now. Let's go.
If you have channels, like, because we know from the YouTube channel building side of things, like a lot of strictly listing video channels do well. And they don't mix up the content. And so if you have a YouTube channel in your market that's nothing but listing videos, that person's just doing nothing but listing videos. And so to come on there and run an ad that's more along the lines of, hey, we have our unique 4-point plan to sell houses for whatever, like you actually have a product and informational more than just listing videos, it could work well.
Yeah. Yeah. Katie, did he hit your idea or do you want to jump in?
No, that's not what I was going to say.
Oh, so did you have a better idea?
Yeah.
Can we just admit the fact that Katie made an assumption that she knew what Tim was going to say, but he didn't say it?
Thanks, Jason. You know,
You're welcome.
always making assumptions until our idea is way better than mine. Then yeah.
I didn't say it wouldn't be. Go ahead,
Katie,
Katie.
what you got?
Damn, Jason. No, what I was going to say is, what type of thing would you do?
So honestly, the video that comes to mind is Shane Bergman's old YouTube ad, which
Yep.
let me see. I think I have that handy. I was opening a presentation up earlier.
For those of you while he's trying to pull
By
out.
golly, I have it handy. I was looking
Oh,
Look at
look
that.
at how
Look at
handy. Look at how handy
handy.
it is.
this. I just was opening up a presentation I delivered last year because I was going to steal some of my own content from it. So
Steal
watch
my own
this.
content. You like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Imagine that
We call that
this video
recycling.
played before they went to go watch the listing video they were trying to watch. Okay. I don't know if my sound's going to come through, so tell me if it does.
Dear homeowners, if you're
Nice.
thinking about
Unfortunately, it
selling,
is.
Here's how our team operates. This is one of our team's newest listings in Tresona Cove. Step one was to strategize. We discussed pricing, timelines, and our team's marketing plan. Step two, we sent in a professional cleaning crew and had all of the carpets deep cleaned. Smelled new. Step three, staged the home. Our team works exclusively with designers to get your home show ready. And in the event it's vacant, we can bring in furniture like this. We don't even know who owns this. Step four, professional photos, videos, and 3D tours on all listings, no exceptions. And step five, host a mega open house, AKA launch party. We go all out with food, drinks, and we make it a splash. A well-planned open house will capitalize on exposure and is the most effective way to show a property. Our team loves to host open houses. Go check out one of our team's listings. You'll see the difference.
All right. So a couple things.
Yeah.
One, if you posted that video, it wouldn't be a good video,
Nope.
but it's a great ad.
Great ad.
It's a
It's
great
a great ad.
to run as a paid video, sponsored video in front of listing videos. The other part, which is my favorite part of Shane's thing, is his call to action.
He doesn't ask you to do anything that you don't want to do.
A brilliant call to action is go check out one of our listings. Like I love that. And so, yeah, love Shane's ad. And it is a great ad to run that type of playbook with.
Yeah. So, and I also love in this context, he starts out by saying, we're at one of our team's newest listings. And so instantly, if I'm the seller trying to look up what my agent is doing and I'm watching their video and I see him, why are you doing this? You should be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he's positioning, I think that ad, honestly, it's the best real estate ad I've ever seen for YouTube. I've used it. We talked about it at REVB 2 years ago when we were in Houston. Right? We were in Houston.
Yeah, I think we could probably iterate
Yeah.
on it. I mean, I think there's, I love what you said about make the person feel like, you know, if Rick's selling his house and David's his agent, Rick's thinking like, why isn't David doing all this stuff?
That's it right there.
Like that's the goal of your ad. The goal of your ad is that person thinking, well, geez, I don't think my cousin who's a real estate agent does all this, right? Like, I don't think the agent I was thinking about calling does all this. Like that's the goal of those ads.
Yep. Okay. So they're asking if I can include the link to that ad. I don't have it handy because it's.
Well, I don't think he has a link to it because it's not a video.
I have the link to it somewhere buried in text messages.
Well, I was gonna say I can see if I can get the native video from him, and I'll post it. I'll text Shane.
Yeah, I'll defer to Katie. Now, let me show you what you do to run the ad. Just high level overview. Is that all right if I do that?
Let's do it. Very high level. I know you can get into the weeds on this. So.
Well, so Google Ads. So first things first, I'm in Google Ads. Google owns YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll have to link your YouTube channel. So if you go to studio.youtube.com, that's where you go to the back end of your channel. And you go to somewhere in here. Maybe it's settings. Not ad categories, promotions, perhaps. You link your Google Ads account. Okay. You link to your Google Ads account. You got to do that. 2, they need a credit card. So if they can't get money, they're not going to run your ads. 3, I am in a version called expert mode. If you don't have a Google Ads account, you can research this on your own. ChatGPT is a great tool. It will automatically put you in what's called express mode, and your screen won't look as complicated or involved as mine. You need to get to expert mode. So it's link your YouTube account, give them a credit card, make sure you're in expert mode, and then all you do is click create a campaign.
I like when Jason says all you do, because then
All
I
you
know
do.
some real complicated crap is coming.
We live in a world where ChatGPT can fill in all the subtext that I missed out. All you got to do is ask chat.
All right.
So what's your campaign objective? I'm going to say that I don't really have one. Create a campaign without a goals guidance.
That's how I
Then
live
it's going
life.
to say select what kind of a campaign, and this is all Google Ads. I'm choosing video. That's the one I want to choose, video. We're going to leave this subtype as it is. We're going to pay for views. Don't ignore everything else. Just choose what's there and click continue. Yes, I actually will start on this one. I was drafting one of these the other day. It brings you into your campaign. You got your little sidebar and then your working canvas in the middle, and then your estimated performance on the right. It will give you performance when you check these boxes. You can name it. We're going to leave most of the stuff alone. I've got this one running for 2 weeks by default. And this is where you could test. I did a spend of $5 because I don't think there's going to be a lot of chance to get views on this. I don't think that the channels we're going to be targeting get a lot of views. So I think you can do a low spend. If it doesn't work, just increase the budget. I don't really know. We're going to see some of this over here in the estimations when we get that. Scrolling down, leave this alone. I don't care where you're located. I'll target you anywhere as long as you're looking at that channel. Does that make sense? No, I'm not running EU political ads. There's nothing else really to do until you get down to the audience section, which actually we're going to ignore. We don't need audience expansion either. Ignore. Down here in contents, we're going to choose placements. Now I was goofing off here already. So pretend it's blank. I'm going to actually X some things off here. Okay. So when you're in placements, you can browse or enter directly if you know the actual URLs. But I'm going to browse and I can search by word, phrase, URL, or video idea. I can look up channels, specific video. I can run ads on specific
Look up them channels.
videos.
Yeah.
We're going to do the channels.
Let's run an ad against Trey Serrano's channel in San Antonio.
Does he call it Trey Serrano?
Let's see.
So
No, it's like
Hold on.
San Antonio. It's like San Antonio suburb something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to grab that URL. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to just paste the URL, and it will find it.
Boom.
Check the box. He has 482 videos with 16.5 thousand subs. And so now it says you need more placements for your ads to show on this.
Drop a
Add
one in
more
the chat. You're in San Antonio and going to run an ad against Trey's channel.
Yeah. Well, so like you're going to have to get past the fact that there's not a ton of people. There's not a huge amount of people viewing these videos. But once you can hit that number.
But I bring up San Antonio because it's a great example of a market that has a lot of these YouTube channels. So you could probably get to 5, 6, 7 of them.
That's right.
Enough audience to run ads.
That's right. Clint says, if you select awareness and consideration as your campaign objective, you can have your videos also run on YouTube TV. Okay. So Clint, unmute. That's an interesting insight. Can you unmute?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've been doing this for about a year now.
Are you doing competitor ads?
No, not competitor ads, just straight up regular YouTube.
Do you see a specific checkbox for YouTube TV?
It's actually going to be, are you on the awareness?
No, I was just seeing if I could modify it from here. I hadn't heard that before. I was just curious. Let me make one really quick. Campaign. You said
awareness and
consideration. It's fine.
Interesting.
Video views.
Let me see. I have to go back and see how mine is set up.
We're about to find out.
Is Clint about to teach Jason something?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, this is why I love JC. He's always looking for the new.
Let me see if I can get figure out how mine's set up. Hold on.
While you're doing that, I'm going to figure it out too. It's an interesting.
Can you scroll faster? I feel like you could probably scroll faster, you know?
Are you being sarcastic right now? All right. So devices, all eligible devices.
I haven't had a good seizure in a while.
How's that? Is that better? I'm looking for, where was the...
All right. I mean, it looks like
it's the same.
YouTube videos, YouTube home, YouTube search results. Interesting.
Clint, you find out. I would be really curious to know
it's
that.
Under the Google TV. It classifies under the Google TV.
Okay.
on that.
but it doesn't usually let me check the box. It's usually grayed off.
What?
So
Well,
what I've
is there a little learn more? What's up with the learn more there? Can you click learn more?
I think
look
it
at you,
has
Tim.
to
You're getting
be
in on the
the
action now of
I
curiosity.
think it
Well,
has to be
so
the
one thing too, just to most people are watching YouTube on their TVs, right? And so
Yeah.
you know, obviously if you could figure out how to click Google TV, that's great. But like I know on my, I think I have a Sony TV and we use the Amazon
The
or
actual
whatever
YouTube app.
Fire, you know, like, but the YouTube app, we watch Miss Rachel on our TV, right? Like, so that's,
Well, so watch
you
this,
know,
Katie. So
I'm
if I
watching.
go down, so in
Show
Google
me,
Ads,
Jason.
no matter whether you did the awareness consideration or you do the I don't have a goal, under additional settings, you can control show up
Yep.
on, I want to target specific types of devices. Right now, we're going to be computers, mobile, tablet, and TV screens. So if I click set for specific devices, I can force it to only do TV screens. Does it make sense?
That makes
Ooh.
sense. That's fancy.
Yeah. So and there you could have more than one ad. You could have one that just does TV screens and then run a separate campaign for the other stuff if you wanted to. I'm just nerding out a little bit.
Interesting.
Let me share sort of the capstone strategy of what are some aggressive trick-or-treater, Halloweenish, evil ways to position yourself to win more expired listings. We've talked about the reviews and the blogs. They're going to search on AI and find you.
Oh wait, was this
talked
supposed
about-
to have a Halloween theme to it?
I was just playing around with evil, like tricky
Spooky.
trickster types of
Tricky
Okay, all right, I
tricksters,
get it
guys.
now. I get it
Tricky
now. I thought
tricksters.
you should mention something about how awful candy corn is if we're gonna stick
Candy
to
corn is not awful, and the
Oh
prequel
my
looking
God.
Drop a 1 in the chat if candy corn is the worst candy ever created, and drop a
Well, but
2 in the
black
chat if you
black
don't have
licorice is
taste
high
buds.
up there too.
Black licorice
Nick.
is gross. I'll agree with that.
Kale, Paige,
Wow.
you
You know?
weirdos.
You know, I actually just saw a recent study that people
Oh
who
my
agree
God.
candy corn is delicious have a higher IQ.
Yeah,
Who told you that, Jason?
studying
And
rate
they're more
nudges
emotionally
and
empathetic.
Oh yeah, no wonder I don't like it.
Yeah. Huh? Okay. So I haven't had it in a long time. It is pure sugar. I'll admit that. Last one on my list. I like this one the most. Run Google search ads on homeowners searching their own address, showing your listing instead. Now, I want to explain this one. And this is going to be conceptual. Hear me out for a second. We've been looking for a new car for my wife. And if you do a search for, I don't know, Lexus, whatever vehicle you're looking for, you will start to see ads that say you should consider the Hyundai Palisade or something like that. Or have you considered the Hyundai Palisade? And I started thinking when I saw those ads, I bet you could do that with listings. So here's my theory. An agent has a property listed for sale. They are thinking, what is my agent doing? This home has been sitting. Are they even marketing it? And when they get mad like that and they want to go snooping around and see what is my agent doing, I'll bet you they're going to go on Google and they're going to simply type the address of their property and then click search. And they're going to try to see what is happening on the internet to get my listing sold or positioned. And when you search the address of a property, this is what you will see. Number one, you're going to see Google Street View. Number two, you're going to see Zillow, and then Redfin, and then Compass, and then Trulia and Realtor and all the other ones. That is what you're going to see for the address of any specific home. You're not going to see a Facebook video. You might see a YouTube video. You might see that, but you're not going to see other stuff. So here's the theory. Disgruntled homeowner searches their own address, and then one of your listings says, in the market to buy a property, you should consider 123 Banana Street instead. And it shows above everything in their search results as a sponsored, that is, as a Google ad. And then the seller clicks it. And when they click it, it just goes to your featured listing page. So, Katie, you have a Lofty site, right, Katie?
Yes, Jason.
So
if I
you want
do
to
a-
run an ad? We'll let you run an ad against a search that narrow, knowing that it doesn't have many searches.
Tim, you walked right into my spider's web. Let me tell you how to do it. Yeah, how tricky.
Wait, was the spider's web? Was that another Halloween reference?
It was. You picked
Okay.
up on that, huh?
Got it. I'm
cute.
tracking now.
All right. So if I want to go to, where are your listings, Katie?
Right there.
These are yours.
The top ones are, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
If I
That's
click
how
on if I click on
Katie
this
sells
page,
Houston, bruh.
yeah, so most websites that have IDX allow you to have a featured page for your own listings. Does that make sense? Now, we're not going to have time to get into the exact step by step of this, but I want to just show you one more trick inside of Google. And this will answer Tim's question.
Yeah, but Jason, couldn't we have like a how we sold it case study, or like this is, you know, like a really
That's a good
this
that's
is
a
how
good
we
one
sell
too.
a house. This is everything that we do to get houses sold.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
knows more than Pantana to sell houses.
let's go back to, I didn't mean to hit the share button. Let's go back to what you asked a second ago. Is it too narrow of a search?
Yeah.
Now, because when you're buying an ad on Google search, you're paying for keywords. Hey, Google, whenever somebody searches these words, I'm putting money on them to drive them to this web page. And that's the problem. Most IDX websites, Sierra Interactive, Lofty, you name it, if they're running PPC for you, they're doing generic searches like homes under $1 million or waterfront homes or new construction homes. They're having like these clustered lists to try to drive attention. But the problem with those types of searches is those are very top of funnel intent. Now, Tim, a few years ago, I was doing a presentation at the Tom Ferry Summit and I shared a strategy to beat Google Ads. This is building on that strategy. So not to beat Google Ads, sorry, to beat Zillow. Because I was aware of the fact that, hey, if somebody's looking for a property, there's a pretty good chance they're driving around. And if they're interested in a home, what are they going to do? Well, they have three choices. They see the yard sign, they can text or call the agent. I don't want to do that. They can look it up directly in Zillow, and they might, or they're going to Google the address and click whatever links.
Yep.
So the theory was I want to be able to run ads that will automatically create an ad for any listing in my IDX for any specific properties. Now, because all these listings are in IDX, I can actually advertise other agents' listings because of the IDX waiver and agreement. And so what we taught them to use was this tool inside of it's inside of your Google Ads that nobody ever talks about. And I'm going to find it. It's called.
I can't say nobody ever talks about it. You talked about it a few years ago on the
I
Tom Ferry
did.
stage.
I did. It's down if you click on tools, at the very bottom, they have this thing called business data. And you can upload a data feed. But if you click the little plus, and I'll explain what this is, I'll just do a page feed, source. I can actually link it to a Google Sheet. And you can actually, so here's what I want you to imagine. You create a Google Sheet with all the listings in your MLS that are target listings you'd like to take over.
Yeah.
And then you
In your
create
farm
another
or
tab
in your zip
that's
code
in
or your
Google.
neighborhood.
Yeah, and your farm and your price point and whatever it is. And then you create another tab with all your listings that you believe should be served whenever somebody searches for these homes. Hey, whenever they search for this home in Laguna Heights, show this listing. If they search for any of these listings and this one, show this one. And so what you can do is instead of saying, hey, Google, whenever somebody searches these words, I want you to drive traffic to this web page, you say, hey, Google, whenever somebody searches, I want you to decide which website to send them to based upon my Google Sheet. Does that make sense at a high level? And then I'm not talking to you, Google, and then I'll distill down a little bit more. Tim, Katie, questions? What do you want to translate for the group?
No, I got you. So, and this is fun too, because you're just updating a spreadsheet. And when I think about it, I'm like, man, this is complicated. Like, I don't know why that just did I thumbs up something?
You thought it thought you did.
I'm thinking, man, I got to go run an ad for each individual address.
One forever.
Never going to happen. Instead, I just have to update a spreadsheet.
Well, and so now with AI involved, you can get a lot more automated on this.
Yeah.
So for example, I can have a Google Sheet that has all the listings I want to win, and then a Google Sheet with my listings. And I can actually have AI start coming up with what are the keywords that we should run searches on for every one of the listings. It's the address, it's this, it's this, it's this. And so I can actually have the Google Sheet tell the ad which keywords drive traffic to which web page. And as I update the Google Sheet, my ad runs forever. So this one's technical. I'm actually working on it with a couple of Google advertising specialists to try to make it a little bit more streamlined for there to actually be a way to do this. But if you're savvy enough and you want to dive into exploring how you can use that business data tab, I think there's a really interesting way to position yourself to win other agents' listings when they're dropping the ball without violating any rules.
Yeah.
What questions do you have? I know it's technical. The blogging's easy. The YouTube ad's not that complicated. This one's a little bit more technical, but the most evil.
Yeah, I like it. I also think just the farm too, like Katie said. We have a farm. We have, our agents. We were just talking about postcards the other day because one of our agents gets the just forward-thinking idea to send a just sold postcard after they sold a house.
Damn.
And I said, like, if you're gonna spend money on a postcard, like, you need to spend money on 6. Like, you can't just send one postcard to a neighborhood because you just sold.
I agree.
If you're gonna actually do it, you got to send 6. Let's build out what those 6 are. And then I'm thinking, well, this is such an easy ad as well to just, if you're gonna send 6 to a farm, add the farm to this spreadsheet where now you're also running ads to anybody that searches. Like, it's just such a good addition to not just your expired stuff, which I like, by the way, super spooky if we're sticking
in the metaphor.
But
Tim
also
couldn't
I
have
think it's
sounded
great for farming as well.
more upset to say so spooky.
Yeah.
The amount of disdain in his voice for someone who's
it feels
home.
early. It's October 6th. I don't think we
who's
should be having a
home.
Halloween phone.
How many? Can you move your? Where's your little friend in your office? Tim.
What are you talking about? Oh, Trey. No, he's out. I have this big
Skeleton.
stuffed animal skeleton that sits out in my front yard. And when it rains, we bring him in. His name's Trey, and he sits in that chair behind me. But you can see the chair's empty.
It's weird that he
he's back
named
outside.
his stuffed doll. He's named his stuffed doll the same name as his best friend.
I didn't name
Maybe
it.
it's just
My 2-year-old niece named
Tim,
Mr. Trey.
I will share one thought.
Let's go.
I love the idea of running ads in the farm. The one thing if I could point out one psychological tactic, and I am specifically anticipating that a seller is going to search their own property address.
Yes.
And then see you marketing somebody else's home better than their agent is marketing their own home. And I want to exaggerate that feeling of why isn't my agent doing this as much as possible. And I can have an ad that says I'm the best agent in this area, and I will ignore that. But if I see another agent doing what I expect my agent to do and they're not doing it, that's going to be really hard to ignore.
I think that the piece to run is your selling strategy that shows all the things that you do. Like, here's our 78 point whatever, like that page. I'm like, oh man, what is this guy's?
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever that's super
idea.
interesting, clickable thing is, where I'm like, oh, Melody does what? I click it, and it's like, our listings on average reach an extra blank amount on social media.
Yep.
We do 8 different videos with 4 different, and we just map out all these things that we do. That way, anybody clicking that's like, oh wow, they're doing way more than my agent's doing.
I think we can even set up an automation that's just watching for new listings in my farm whenever they hit. Add those keywords to my business data set. That's that Google Sheet, and then my ad just starts including those, because the keywords you target are the addresses of the homes that are for sale. Those are your keywords, the ones you want to rank on.
Man, this is so dirty, but I like it's a good idea.
Spooky, not dirty. Spooky.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
Spectacular stuff. Thank you, Michelle.
Okay, I'm out of ideas for now. Any questions on anything we talked about?
Are we? Oh, crap! We're out of time.
I know. I'm hungry. I got to go eat lunch.
I wanted to talk about Sora because I think it's going to flip the world on its head.
I think it already has.
Yeah.
Did you get in, by the way, Tim?
No, your invite link or code did not.
They just shut. You should try it again. What you got was they just put a stop on everybody for creating new accounts. My code is still good.
You didn't ask me for a code, Tim.
I try to ask you for as little as possible.
Yeah, really? This is as little as possible?
I gave you a code too.
Jason, you actually never gave me a code. I got a code from Bill Olson.
Oh, I thought I gave you a code. Never mind, I'm sorry.
I just
got it served. Okay.
Sorry, Coach. I can go back and message
Tim, you should try again.
All right, I'm trying.
Am I the only person that didn't require a code to get in?
Well, are you paying for their pro?
Corn, brother.
Are you a ChatGPT Pro?
No, I'm actually not. But I realized I asked. My ChatGPT names itself
Atlas.
No, they did. So I asked Atlas,
what is Sora? And Sora said, it's from the same developers as me. And I went, well, I need an access code. And they went, oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
ask your
I
chat
did see
for
a note
code.
that they went public today, so maybe it's available anyways to everybody today. Anyways, so Sora 2, it's their new generative video model. What I did not know and didn't expect, but found when I logged into the app is the first thing they have you do is you record your own cameo. So they create a video avatar of you that looks and sounds like you-ish, and then you can cast yourself in whatever scene you want. So like I was making movies where I'm the new marketing professor at Bayside and Saved by the Bell, and I'm a cast member. I was making, then you can take other people's cameos. So like I can tag Tim Macy and I can make a video of us together if you make yourself publicly available. And you can download the videos, you can put them on Instagram. But I think that they basically built Instagram. The Sora app is like its own social network, and it will be. I think it's going to be huge.
All right.
I'm
Well,
scared.
I love it. I dropped a link to the Facebook group where the replays of this video live. I often get DMs asking where they can find the replay, where you can find the replay. We put the video into the Facebook group as well as our YouTube page and podcast if you are on the go and want to listen on the go.
And then side note, tomorrow's Tuesday call is canceled because I will be in New Jersey.
Livingston, New Jersey.
So come see me in New Jersey or go
Katie.
to yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be in Agora Hills tomorrow, Westlake Village.
Where are you?
I'm in Southern California all this week.
Southern California. That's right. So I'm in New Jersey, Katie's in California, and there's another event in South Carolina. So lots of events going on tomorrow. If you're near one, get to one.
I'll see everybody at Rise. I'll be at Rise.
Yes, and Rise. Yeah, let me know if you're going to Rise, and let me know if you're not going to Rise. I'm gonna miss you, and I'm assuming you're going. So yeah, we'll definitely
how and where in New Jersey. If you go to furthertogetherevent.com, it's in Livingston, New Jersey, Michelle.
Yeah.
Furthertogetherevent.com. Further together.
And I'm speaking early. It's like a 10 to 2. So you can get there early, hear me, and then get the heck out of there, because
Tim.
I have friends who live in Livingston. It's not a bad place.
Did you see the post that Ed made that was like, if you don't want to go to Bob Tompkins' event, you should come to mine instead?
Well, I felt bad because Bob was like, hey, man, you're coming to my event, right? And I'm like,
he said the same thing to me. And I was like, I'm speaking in Agora Hills. Ruby,
Yeah.
Michelle, go to furthertogetherevent.com. All the info's there.
Furthertogetherevent.com. Right.
Yeah.
Love to see some peeps.
Mike, that's awesome. I won't see you there, but you can watch Tim speak.
Yes, Mike.
Or come late so you don't have to listen to Tim. Both work.
Fair. Also fair. I can't wait to drive through New York to get to New Jersey. I'm sure there'll be no traffic. It's going to be awesome.
You're driving? That's unfortunate for y'all.
I know. All right, everybody. Enough of our stuff. Katie, do you want to spin the wheel thing, or are we just giving the book to Jason?
No, we're giving the book to Jason. He ruined it for everyone. No, he ruined it for everyone.
No, drop a 1 in the chat if you want an Alex Hormozi book.
Tim.
Oh, nope. Mark Pearson, first one. He's the first one. So,
Tim, are you going to send him a book?
I am gonna have you send him a book. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I just want to make sure it happens. I
need your credit card number because I have to pay for shipping on all of these books. And I need your link because so we'll talk offline. But Mark,
we'll talk offline.
You, fam.
All right, Mark Pearson, quick with the one, gets the book, and always good to see you guys. All right,
Jason,
everybody.
you're the best.
We'll see you all next week.
Have a great one. Bye.